Oh, snap. Oh, Jesus. That just happened. YouTube. What? YouTube? Oh, man. What's going on, gentlemen? Oh, the madness of this. What's going on with you, man? How's your day? Ian? Oh, there's a wild feedback. Which way this is better? Is this way better? Nope. No, I'm just. Yo, what's good? What's going on, fellas? Still making progress on the 2J. Yeah, I mean, I ordered some parts. Let's see if they're gonna show up in the mail, because for some reason everybody thinks they should casually mail me things. All right. Nope. What's going on, gents? Hope everyone had a good day. 30 days down, 1 month into the new year. Oh, and I changed the thumbnail and banner art for the channel in the event anybody even noticed. So it's just like, um, I'm trying to, well, all right, watch this. I'm not even sure. What am I supposed to call you? Savage? The DJ? All right, we can go DJ X. All right, watch this. I'm trying to do the car, but I'm also trying to do the car as a, every channel usually has that car that starts the channel and it highlights all the messed up things you did. And as you transition from that, each build from there gets progressively better. I'm trying to avoid some of that, just a little bit of it. And what I find myself doing is overthinking it. So, to not stall you on that, I want to get completely done with the car by summer. That has nothing to do with the car being done and driving. It should be driving, let's say, next month and a half at the latest, or earlier, if everything actually stays on course. It's like, what is this, February? Mid-March, end of March, car should be driving. Yeah, car should be driving. We're gonna be doing these things, but there's like a million little fine-tuning things to it that aren't really getting addressed, and you can't really jump ahead and go do it. Like, all right, I want to put a cage in the car. You can't put a cage in the car until the seats are in the car, and you finalize what you're gonna do with all the wiring and all of that. I'm working on the car in Georgia. I'm from New York. I am currently in Georgia right now. Like, I don't know. This would have been speeding along a little bit quicker if. All right. Let me give you the wonderful course of events to start off the year. So, I'm in New York. This police officer gave me a ticket in New York because he supposedly. What's going on, Chris? So, the police officer gave me a ticket in New York because he said he saw me from like 40 yards off holding my phone in my hand. I'm like, how did you see me through your windshield? Okay. How far you are with the brakes? It's just like, so because you can't really argue with the police, he wrote me a ticket. So within that wonderful little adventure, I'm in the courthouse now talking, and the judge is like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. How can you differentiate from 120 feet away through your windshield, through his tinted glass, into a car with a display, with a map, if he has a cell phone in his hand or a thing. So the judge then looked at me and go, yeah, well, I believe you, but I'm only going to reduce your ticket. Because, you know, you got to drum up your revenue source. We go from there. So I had to pay them and a fee about $140. Now, within being inside arguing with the judge about my ticket my BS ticket that I got, I came back outside and I apparently spent too long in the damn courthouse. So I ended up getting a ticket for parking outside. This is the dumbest yeah. So that's another $70 bill. Well, there's no good. Where you at, Ian? So it's just like, all right, bet that happened. So I'm in New York. A whole bunch of other nonsense happened because you park your car out on the street and people do things. People broke some stuff in my car. It was freezing. Someone decided to go by and kept banging on my car, let the alarm go off, battery died, all sorts of dumb shit. Getting all of that squared away cost $500. Came back down here. Apparently, there was a leak in the house. And mysteriously, there's a leak when you flush the toilet and the little refill thing that shuts off didn't shut off. It just kept running. So I'm here running through bills. As you know, somewhere in there, everybody's going to act like they're an adult. Run through some bills. Saw a bill for a water bill for like $8.50. I'm like, apparently I'm out here providing water for the continent of Africa. I'm like, yo, what the? So I call the water company. Because it makes sense. I'm like, yo, nobody's here. How do I have an $850 bill? Looked around, there's a leak. It was the dumbest leak on earth. But here goes the joke. The bill I was looking at was part of a whole other month. So I still haven't gotten the other bill yet. When I tell you, when that other bill came, I just about passed out. Say, yo. Yo. Oh, Philly? Yeah, it's freezing in Philly. It is freezing in Philly. So that's going on. The first water bill was $850. The second water bill was like $1,400. And you ever have a fuck my life moment? It's pretty much what all of it came down to. Say, yo, fuck this shit. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of all of that. So I don't even know, but I don't know, man. I don't have any. There's no slick things for it. It's like, you know, when you have all these wonderful moments where you think you're finna do. You're in Central Florida. Where in Central Florida you at? Tampa or Orlando? But I don't know, man. Yo, things is a little bit. Oh, actually, you know what? While I'm on here, it could make a lot of things easier because from time to time, people really come at me sideways, like I'm making up, Cape carving up. I used to live in Northwest Florida, aka Fort Walton Beach. Um, Destin. It's basically about 10 to 15 minutes from Destin, or about 45 minutes from, is it Panama City? That place where everybody usually go for spring break. I don't really. Give me a second. See, I'm walking around in here. You really shouldn't be doing stuff like this. All right, so I'm in here. I'm in Michigan. Woo! Yeah, that's that nonsense. That is that nonsense. But wait, where'd the thing go? Okay, Panhandle. Yep, I was in Panhandle. Moving to Tampa next spring. Okay. All right. Um, from time to time, people kind of come at me sideways, thinking I'm bullshitting. This is me. Central Connecticut. I went to school in Connecticut. It's like, what is this? Bachelor's Science in Finance. Yeah, I'm a numbers geek. Give me a second. The lights are off in here, and there isn't much light on some of these. Can I turn this around? No, not really. Um, Weird thing. This is me again. University of Hartford. Oh no. In the event anybody assume that I'm making up who I am. Everton McGill. Me and my father has the same fucking name. Um, this is me. This is Everton McGill. I got this hanging out with the army too much, and you can tell the army gave it to me because they spelled my name wrong because they're idiots. I'm sorry for all of my wonderful my wonderful people doing all of that. What is this? I'm in this room and nothing is. This is some shenanigan from Afghanistan. Yeah, this is bullshit. Where is this? We was in Gardez, Colorado. Man, my boy just called me from Colorado, talking about he just got like a grower's license or something, because he's very pro into weed. I don't know, that was, whatever works for him. I can't walk that way. But yeah. Actually, I don't have any of my things that said I went to graduated from school out there in Cali. But yeah, man. Regular schmegular stuff. I have a bunch of stuff coming. I have a welder coming, so we're gonna be trying out aluminum. Oh, he was in there for 12 months? I was in Gardez for a year. I was in Gardez on the Army side. Not even the Army side, on the PRT side. It's not really the Army. Provisional Reconstruction Team on the other side, because there was two sides of Gardez. But yeah, it's kind of nonsense. But yeah, man, I'm a up north kid for the most part when I'm not acting like I wasn't born in the Caribbean. Michigan. Whew. You up there in Canada land. Might as well be, man. Don't feel no sort of way that that's just what I refer to even people that live in Buffalo, New York. So no. You in Canada. It's like Philly. Yo, where in Philly you from? Oh yeah. I don't even know. Which is then wow. Oh, see, could take y'all into the garage, but I don't know if the Wi-Fi is gonna be acting copacetic if we venture over there. And the fucking garage is a mess. No, hold up, I can't see shit on the screen. Bang. We are in the garage. Yep. Now let's see what nonsense is in the way. See, car is here. Now I can't see shit. But yeah. So we're pulling off all this unnecessary wire harness shenanigans. All this dust is here from something else that we're gonna show you. It's like I was out here attempting to flaunt this dash, but apparently it was too cold. And the cold was not gonna hang out with it. So I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm not in the mood. But car is here, man. Yo, everything for the car is about to be here. We're about to situate that. Solution is coming for the what do you call that? Oh, Jesus. Solution is coming for the cooling system. I need to figure out what's what with this. And after that, the idea is to be out here doing dumb things with everybody else, because I'm getting like, yep, I'm gonna really look forward to what it does. Ain't really nothing too crazy going on, and I like the way that digital dash looks. When I did it and it was lighting up and you was starting it on, I was starting it unnecessarily, but there's like a million different little things. There's just like nothing is really finalized. You don't really know which way you want to go with it. So it's just like welders here. I know you have the lift and what have you, but for the more part, it's just a bunch of little tweaking right now, and me trying to come to terms with the notion of building a roll cage. Because the idea of that kind of scares me a lot. It's like, yo, there's no ABS on this car. And basically there's really going to be no safety equipment on it. So yeah, it's like for the more part, you're not even supposed to leave your car hanging on the lift like this. But people are lazy, like me. It's not too bad in the 50s. Yeah, it's gonna be a good week, relatively, for everybody. It's gonna be a good week. Because I think down here in Georgia, at one point during this week, it's gonna be 70 degrees, which means it's gonna be at least 50 for all of the East Coast. Oh man. But the plan for right now, like I was saying, is I get the car done, do the shakedown, get all the mechanical things sound and safety, safety. Get all the mechanical things sorted out and go from there. Cause do the mechanical thing, all the little safe. Well, not the safety thing. Make sure the engine is running fine. Drivetrain is good. All the brake system is up to snuff. Then check what the cooling system is. Do like a periodic shakedown of it to check all of the little dumb ins and outs. After that, if we can get the car running, because for me, I'd like the car running to a point where people typically build a build car and they can't really go anywhere with it. I figure if I can't get the car to drive like a good 500 to 1,000 mile trip, it's gonna be a failure. So that is kind of the hold up, because it's like, yo, you can throw it together, but like, yo, can you go on? Can you really enjoy it? It's like, oh yeah, I need the car to be reliable, like super reliable, aka like a smidge under OEM would be nice. But safety concerns. From there, we can iron out the little ins and out. We can go do little dumb shit, burnouts, drag track, drag strip. See if we can figure out if it's good for any of these little autocross courses or any of that type of stuff. And then within doing all of that and getting to know the car, consistently doing little other little upgrades to it, and transition into like the other builds. So it's just like, I'm not really say yeah, to say yo, we're trying to get it. The car needs to be done. I need to have a finished product on the channel for the channel so that you can see that we're not just gonna hang out with the car all the time. Like within the growth and development of everything, I don't know. There's a learning curve because I'm already looking at this like, if I had to do it again, which way would we go? This thing, other thing. Also, the other reason why the welder is coming. Um, I need to sit and put in. If that's all you're looking for, I mean, honestly, given the weight of my car and the engine, I don't know. Yeah, that is a thing. Hey, this is the thing too. Is like, within the growth of the channel, if or when the channel get to a semi decent size, I want to do some drive around and show up to see the people, and let the people who was watching me build the shit drive the car. But that's kind of just my big picture plan. But yeah, oh, I fully understand that whole suspension is new and you spin them. Yo, telling me about, because as I watch this, I have a dilemma at the moment: bronze seats or Cabot seats. Because I'm not paying for the Recaros or the Sparko seats. Because here goes the joke now. How much should one spend on two damn seats? And we just gonna sit in it? It's like, all right, they're both relatively safe. Am I gonna be now spending the money on it just to go, yo, I have some Recaro seats, or am I spending it so to say, all right, I can't slide around because driving in Adonis's E30, I'm like, yo, we're definitely gonna need some racing seats. And if I didn't just have to spend, if I didn't get a $2,000 water bill, I would have bought them seats. But yeah, man, yo, I'm not about driving to Orlando because I have a couple of buddies down there that I need to go see anyway. I think one of them has what the hell does he say he always has? I think he says multiple sclerosis. So I need to see him. It's like one of my military buddies has multiple sclerosis. His crazy ass. So I need to be down that way. See? Oh, there'll be no putting the back seat back in my car. That's kind of the next thing. Like right now, also, I'm there looking at it like, do I want to go through the hassle of fixing my sunroof, or do I want to? Ah, and there goes my old lady. Um, but yeah, man, do you want to fix the sunroof, or do you want to cut the sunroof out, weld that thing in, and keep it moving? I don't even know. Yes, this is the problem with buying used parts. Everybody are basically charging you new prices for the used seats, where it's just like, I don't understand. I don't understand people. Hold on. Let me tell this lady that I'm on here before I get one of these angry gams. Yeah, keep an eye out. Yo, trust me, you messing with these old cars, you consistently gonna be doing. I'm doing a live stream on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. You're on YouTube now.
I'm going to the gym.
Oh, congratulations.
That's all I tell you.
Congratulations on not being a fatty. Enjoy your swim.
Thanks,
Later. Love you. Yeah, I understand that sunroofs are heavy and that you could cut them out and weld it in, but it. All right, watch this. I think a stock E30 weighs like 2,700 pounds. And I said weight to power ratio. I'm gonna be aiming for about 500 horsepower conservatively out of this setup. So you sit back and you go, okay, bet this is what's happening. And then you transition from that. I'd say my engine is adding maybe another 100, 200 pounds. So the car at the most is 2,900 pounds with 500 horsepower, not accounting for my fat ass, of course. So, that's going to be there. And you're going to transition from that to the back is going to be light. Oh, this all goes back into why I was there looking into like, yo, I'm gonna really need to go put in a cage because like that meme says, airbags, we die like real men. And that's pretty much what's gonna happen if I run into anything in that car, because we also don't have assist any type of power brakes. It's gonna all analog. It's gonna be so analog, it's not even funny. The next thing I think I want to do though, I'm not even sure. I think I want to see what it's like putting an LS in the E30. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out which way to go once I'm done with this one and do the shakedown and all of that. Take out the cassette. Make sure my car not running. See? Yo, you better than me. Mine was running, and I decided to disable all the running things, and now I'm out here like an idiot with essentially a garage queen. But I'm trying to aim for putting her on. She should be under her own power and capability of moving within the next 3 weeks. I need my garage space back. I've had enough of it. Like, I don't know. That's what's going on there, but I've had enough of it. But yeah, man. Oh, in this thing, Zion, Zonable X. Wait, what in the world? But yeah, man. I don't know. You say we sit back and watch most of it. It's all flowing in and out. But while I'm here, I don't know. It was running. There's videos of the engine running and it's sitting in the car, but definitely I need to have a video of me doing a donut at the end of the cul-de-sac here and pissing off the HOA people. That's going to happen. Trust me, I'm waiting for it too, because I'm trying to see the next 2 weeks knock out a good amount of stuff. Like in the next 2 weeks, I want to be fidgeting with wiring and starting it and see how that all goes. I need to wrap this up. I need to hit the wrap it up button on this one. Sack everybody out here. I need my stuff certain. I can't be out here like 21 Savage without his immigration paperwork. Yo, I'm still trying to figure out how that dude pulled off half of what he did. It's like, you didn't know you're not American? So I better yet, how did the city of Atlanta, the east side, not know that you monetized? Don't see a super chat option. Oh hell no, I'm not monetized. Nobody paying attention to me in my video. The gist of that is the car's not driving, man. Let me tell you something. In terms of like the other part where I show you the degrees and all that other nonsense, where I tell you I'm a numbers guy. The numbers don't make any sense. Between the watch time and what people want to watch. Essentially, in order for me to get monetized, I basically need to be shopping a finished product. Look at it this way: the model for Hoonigan doing what it does and to being as popular as it is what? People bringing cars, people doing donuts, people doing burnouts. It's like if your car ain't moving, people not with it. But yeah, man, it's like all in due time. Um, that's the other thing too. If any of you are contemplating doing a 2JZ build, whatever you think the budget is, double it, laugh at you doubling it, and proceed down the poor financial decision road that you're taking. Yeah, everything on the car is basically bring out another 1,000. So it's just like it's like, oh yeah, something went wrong. Bring out another 1,000. It's just like, oh yeah, something happened. Yo, that's gonna cost you a stack. This is just like, yo. And within all of that, life going, oh, you got plans. Let me piss all over that. Um, yeah, man, it's kind of just, but that's life, man. You got to take life and roll with the punches. But like I said, like I want to get the card done when the channel gets to, I say for the end of the year, I'm gonna try to see if I can get this channel to 10K. That will be an accomplishment. It's just like at that point, hopefully, people are watching the thing where hopefully I can use the revenue to buy parts. And it's just like, yo, let's do some crazy wild stuff. Because I don't think people really fully realize how much like a lot of this stuff on here in reality base costs. Because you sit back and you look at it. Yo, why am I uncertain where I am in this? See, there we go. I'm on here looking like I don't have any sense. Um, it doesn't make it. Yo, look at it this way. I think I saw somebody do. Yo, it's gonna cost a lot. It's gonna cost a grip. You don't have anybody sponsoring you like most of the big channels where you see people are here talking and they're just like, yeah, because all right. Yeah, it's just like you sit back and what is that? I think Vinny on the Hoonigan and staff bills, if any of you watch that, he just put basically a 2JZ with the CDO9 transmission in his S14. Is it S14 or S15? One of his, it's a Nissan chassis. And it's like, yeah, it's a budget build. So I'm there watching it, and I'm like, yo, this is the parts breakdown. That transmission, the transmission in the E30, brand new transmission, $2,000. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate you supporting it. Like, yo, the breakdown of the bill is crazy. Like, if you really sit back and do the math, like, yo, a brand new CDO9 transmission is 2,000. To get the rest of the Collins kit is essentially, I want to get 500. I'm not trying to do nothing crazy. Not in that light. Not in this light of a car. I need to get comfortable with the car at 500 wheel, and I'd like the car to be reliable, like I was saying earlier. Like I need the car. I'd like to be able to jump in the car that I built and drive 500, 1,000 miles, and not have a whole bunch of real wild, crazy things happen. Like this is pretty much the gist of it. I understand I'll probably be sweating like there's no tomorrow because there's no AC in it, which is something I'll ensure that I don't forget the next time I venture down this road. But yeah, man. So yeah, it's like they're talking about it's a budget bill. The transmission is $2,000. The rest of the Collins kit, the drive shaft, the clutch, the internal set, the T56 slave, the rest of that, the adapter is going to be another 2,000. So the transmission alone, the powertrain is $4,000. The engine, I think it was a 1JZ. So things like 1,500. I can't remember. I haven't looked at that. But a typical 2J is going to cost you about 2 to 2,500. Boom. So we're moving from there. He had it tuned by Bisimoto. Phenomenal dude. He's great at attention to detail. But that's a big name guy. A regular person going to that guy, paying him $1,000 to tune your car. So there is that. The CD5, he has the same digital dash thing like I have in the car, but he has it in his. The digital dash is $1,200. Wiring harness, the plug and play harness that he has, is 1,800. What has he got? Like the intercooler, yo, which is then funny because this is what's being presented as, yo, this is what happens. This is essentially these are the things you need for the build to be running smooth like that, unless you can wire up a 2J yourself and you can create a harness and you can create all these things and you can tune it yourself, which in essence is a learning curve. It's a learning curve. So you sit back and you watch it. The next thing that I saw within the budget build as the major channel was presenting, the budget build also include like these crazy offset BBSs. Now, I'm not sure if y'all are really keen on BBSs. To get a new set of BBSs above 18, you're looking at $3,000 at a minimum. When you start customizing the barrel to make sure your offset is crazy for the flushness, you can add another $1,000 to that. So a fresh set of BBSs, especially anything that's like 9 or 10 inches wide. What's after the E30? To be honest, I'm kind of up in the air. I wanted to do an old school truck, like a C10 or a GMC, like something from back in the day. I wanted to do like a LS something. That's as much as I'm gonna say right now, because then I'm gonna be out here like that chicken Dory from Finding Nemo, like LS 2J, or I don't know, something crazy like a Honda. I like cars, man. I like. It's just like that's going on. And to be quite frank, I want to see what it's like throwing an LS in the E30. I'm certain the BMW purists are already pissed because it don't matter what I do, one of them is getting mad, beefing up the rear end still, axles and whatnot, instead of my rear subframe trim on the Argus. Yo, that's gonna be a build because I can't weld. Yeah, that's gonna be a build. Welding is built. It's like that's almost why I got the welder coming. Y'all gonna see me blow holes through metals. But the other thing within that is, I don't know. The car community don't seem like a community. The car community seems like this outfit to extort money out of people because I don't see people helping people, and that kind of puzzles me a little bit. It's like, yo, why aren't y'all? It's like as soon as somebody say something to somebody trying to charge somebody for something. Like, what happened to helping each other? I understand you can't want things for free and all of that. That's understandable, but even within helping each other, people are really not with it. It's almost like I don't know. I made a comment today, and you make a comment, yo, you know what's funny about beefing up the rear end? Axles. Axles are gonna be expensive. Like to get primo axles, you might end up spending like 500 each. I can't remember what the name of the brand is, but there's a particular brand that gives you like these beefed up rear axles for the E30. Yo, they gonna yeah, they're gonna try to bust you over the head. The car community is very strange. Like, all right, watch this. Like I was saying to you, I like numbers. But yo, I'm on the Manhattan money. Are you actually from Manhattan? Because yo, if he's from Manhattan, we need to be friends with him if he really has Manhattan money. Um, but yeah, man, it's like the car community is not. I don't really see a sense of community anymore. It's the weirdest thing ever. Because it's like, are y'all trying to help each other out? Like y'all showing each other how to do certain things? It's like, what are we doing? Is this like, are we all just trying to extort money out of each other? Like, come on, man. Raxels. It's just like, yo. And then, like I said, the formula for Hoonigan. People love it. You go out. You ever realize people go to Hoonigan all the time, and you sit back and you go, Jersey guy now. See, you're running away from that bill. Let me tell you a funny Manhattan story. I got out of the Air Force. I wanted to go into finance. One of my buddies was working at Goldman Sachs. One of my mentors. So it's just like, I'm in Goldman Sachs. There's a dude in Goldman Sachs. He just comes in. I'm on one of their little trading floors. So it's just like he comes in his pajamas. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Why is he? Now I'm all suited and booted. I'm there looking like, you know, I'm trying to act like Monica Lewinsky to get a job. I think I was like a junior. I was probably a sophomore, junior in college. I don't remember what I was, but homie in Manhattan is like, yo, he lives next door. Like, what do you mean he lives next door? This is in Goldman Sachs' brand new building. I think it's like a couple blocks over from the World Trade Center. He's like, listen, this is what's up. There's apartments next door. $1 million for a 1-bedroom. If you get a 2-bedroom, we'll give you a discount. It'd be 1.7. I think this was a little bit after the financial crash of 2008. So it was about 2010-ish. Yo, when I tell you Manhattan is a whole different beast, man. I was like, I know somebody that spent like $70,000 to buy a parking spot. Manhattan. That's how Manhattan works. And it's like, and they thought they got a deal. Because you sit back and you look at it. But in regards to the channel, like the long term for the channel, we want to progressively get better. Like I said, all of this is consistently learning, building on what you knew to transition forward. Like the idea is to create a community where you have a community and you kind of share knowledge and help each other within certain things. I thought that was the basis of a lot of what we do. And I don't really get that from the car community as a whole. Car community is not very welcoming to people. I did a bigger head stud mod on my 2JZ after I had gas it flew 2,000. Shoot. Okay, how much boost were you running? You like one of these Evos? Every time I watch like 1320 or the racing channel, they post like an Evo running 40 to 50 pounds of boost. It's like, how much boost are you running? It's like, because if you lift in 2 bar, I don't know, isn't that about 30 pounds? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit off with my conversion rate, but yeah, man, you sit back and you watch it, trying to get this thing situated. Think the next video you're probably gonna see is either me messing with the coolant system for the radiator or me messing with a welder, putting together like a TIG welder that can do aluminum and figuring out where the hell I'm gonna put it in that cluster that I have called a garage. Because, you know, we need to, like I said, slowly progression to doing everything in a way cleaner manner. But the next build, I want to do a LS something. I just don't know what I want to put that LS in yet. At one point, I was flirting with the notion that I wanted to do a truck. Every time I see a cool truck comes up, by the time you go, it's gone. It's like I wanted a truck for the longest because I lived out in Cali for a little bit. I wanted to have a dually. That's kind of all the way to the ground. I don't know why. I do not judge me. I don't know why I want one, but it always seems cool. But there is that. But I want to do a LS something. Like I'm watching. What the hell is that dude? Damn it! It's a Canadian dude who has a Supra that curses a lot. Why am I forgetting this? He does the super and he curses a lot. He's in Canada land. He's always. His name is Kyle. That much I can tell you. I don't. It's just like I need to. Damn, because I see he's doing the LS build right now, where he's putting the turbo on there, and it's like right now, a little motivator within why I decided to even jump on the thing because I already have a MIG and TIG welding thing. It just can't do aluminum, which it's like I'm not paying anybody else to do aluminum for me. I will rather sit in the garage and figure it out myself. I'm not with it. But in a little bit, we're gonna be sorting out the intake situation, buttoning up the car, checking the money you pay for the square foot of a place you're renting isn't worth it. Yeah. Like it circling back to what I said, it's like I'm more of a financial person and I understand the irresponsibility in what I'm doing. But listen, any of you going to school and doing all of that, pick carefully. that school thing is not a joke. But yeah, the median price for a house in Manhattan, well, not Manhattan. The median price for a house in New York is $500,000. $500,000 equates to property tax and insurance. You're looking at about $3,000 a month. It is boosted lifestyle. It's Kyle. It's just like $3,000 the median price being $500,000 equates to about $3,000 a month for a mortgage, and $3,000 a month equates to $36,000 a year. $36,000 a year for a single person translates into about $50,000 before taxes, and I don't know, depending on your deduction and your overhead, you'll be able to quantifying it moving forward. Yes, old man math in regards to things you don't really need to know. New York is very expensive. It's the same thing for California, Hawaii, and where is that? Any shoreline or anything, but the other lie within a lot of this is also where people go, oh yeah, it's not expensive in Georgia. There's houses not too far from here where they're talking about, yo, houses in the lower 700,000s. Granted, it'll be something you might be able to get lost in, but it's still $700,000. Right now, to get a rinky-dink house in New York in a decent neighborhood, you're looking at 700,000. Because my father lives in Brooklyn, and I don't particularly like his neighborhood. His house costs like 1.3. Yo, New York real estate market is crazy. It's basically like Canada. Canada. My aunts are in Scarborough. They've been there for eons. I think they've been there for like 25 years. But yo, Toronto real estate. Yo, prices are crazy. But yeah, boosted lifestyle. It's like I'm gonna get the welder here, I'm gonna be putting in a lot of hours trying to knock something out. I've been watching a bunch of unnecessary welding videos. I'm gonna get it, trying to get it handled at one point or another. But I don't know. If anybody's new here, like I was saying, get the car running, get the car up, reliable, stable on the floor. Like I said, hope for the channel to grow a little bit more expediently once the car is under its own power driving and I can be out here doing hood rat things with my friends, as the meme would say. Little by little, you go out, be in the area where there's people that supported the channel when it's coming out, sit in the passenger seat. Hey, yo, if you can drive a manual, let's go work something out. I don't like lying because it's like false advertising and people are pissed. Oh, my boy Barry. My boy Barry that did that video with me about 5 things he doesn't like about being a mechanic. I met Barry 2002. Yeah, 2002, July 2002. Me and Barry met in Idaho. Barry does not like that his video has 13 dislikes. Barry, I think it's at 14 now. Barry's mad as hell. So, yo, why the hell they dislike my video like that? I ain't did nothing to them. But yeah, man. Yeah. But like I said, you know what? I'm trying to figure out. Barry got like 14 dislikes. Yo, Barry was tight. It's like, yo, why don't like me, man? What'd I do? He's like, yo, you don't even want to see what they say to me in the comment section on other videos. But yeah, man. I don't know. It's like I'd like to create like a safe space where people actually act like a community. It's real. I don't know. People are weird today because like I think one of my neighbors, his Corvette, he has an old school Corvette. He was having an electrical problem with it, and I looked at it and I fixed the electrical thing. His car's running just fine, and he was getting ready to get the truck to tow it to the garage, and he's like, "Yo, this would have cost me like 200. Then they would have charged me another money." Say, "Yo, you want some money?" I'm like no, I don't want any money, man. It's just like I'm just helping you. You're not supposed to just like I'm not helping you for you to pay me. I'm not helping you to take advantage of you. It's just like you have an old car, it's cool. Something's wrong with it. If I can help you to fix it, cool. If I can't help you to fix it, then I understand why you have the truck and all this other stuff. That makes sense, but don't do that, man. I don't. It's a very weird sense of community. But then again, this is America. You sue people for everything. Like, yo, you touched my car. Said my car was working just fine. You touched it. Now the reverse lights is out. Trust me. This is America. Strange things happen. But I don't know. I you know what? To be 100% upfront with y'all, do y'all know what the BMW 635 CSI look like? It's like if y'all know what the BMW 635, aka Shark, looks like, I kind of want one of those. Yeah, the Shark is just like, yo, I wanted one of those for the longest. It's just like this is my thing though. I was gonna do some sacrilegious shit to it. So yo, you're gonna get a Shark with throwing an LS in it. I gotta check it out. But no, man, it's just like, yo, it's just like, but yeah. No, I just say, yo, the Shark is crazy. But this is the thing that I discovered with the Shark. No one makes dashes for them. No one really makes like the interior on a lot of them is very beautiful. And I don't think y'all realize like one of the most expensive. Yeah, 2J and the Shark would be kind of crazy, but I don't think we want them 2J bill prices. Uh-uh. We're gonna need a channel to be way bigger than this to do another 2J. So say, yo, we doing one of these. So yeah. Actually do it too. It would be kind of cool to actually do a giveaway where it doesn't seem shady, because it seemed like all the giveaways are shady. It was like but yeah, man. It's like I saw a Shark. There's one on Instagram that I see everywhere. Just like I was there talking about, like them BBS wheels. The BBS wheels alone is $3,000 and some change. You can simplify the math on that, like to get a great set of wheels on that car, 3,500. The black Shark, yeah, I think it's by B Stobbs. I think the owner for it is like a filming guy or a photography dude. He's in Colorado. But yeah, man. Yo, what is this thing doing? Yeah, man, that black one, that thing is clean. Like I saw him driving around, but I think one of his rockers in the engine compartment broke, so his car is being fixed. I'm there looking at that like, I ought to throw a LS in this mother. It's like throw a LS in that bad boy. Figure it out because most of them are also on air. It's like it'd be crazy hearing that big V8 rumble. Yo, why is this thing loading so much? AT&T and the internet service out here wilding. But yeah, man, like I was there looking at a shark. I was looking at like an old C10 body pickup. Yeah, am I coming through clear for y'all? Because it seemed like I'm loading. um, I wanted to do an old C10 pickup truck, like an older truck. And I don't know. You sit back and you look at a bunch of it. It's all relatively doing what it's doing. uh, all right, man. Yo, go get your food. Don't upset the old lady. No picture, not moving. See, this is wilding right now. Yeah, what are you doing out here, AT&T? You setting me up for failure. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just like I want one of those sharks. I wanted to pick up, as I figure if I'm gonna be doing this in the long haul, I'm gonna need a pickup truck, because you need to be able to go throw little things you find into the bed, and go do what you're doing. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Skipping for a little good now. Okay, let's hope it improves the thing there. I just messed with my Wi-Fi a little bit, but skipping for a little bit, back on the good. But yeah, man, for a little bit there, need to figure out how I'm gonna approach the whole after this, because essentially the bill is almost to a point where once I finalize the stupid little adjustment thing with the power steering, get a line on the power steering pump, figure out when I'm gonna finalize the cooling system, then it should be a real cakewalk because I already have the base map, I already have the engine running. So it's just like then it's gonna be probably a weird question. Do you guys deal with rust issues? Us East Coasters lose sleepover in GA. Yeah, it depends on where in Georgia you at. But I'm not really a Georgia person like that. Most of my time I'm in New York or Connecticut. But there isn't the cars here are in way better conditions for the age, keeping everything else equal. But rust is basically it's a formula of neglect, quality of the vehicle, and who has it. So, you know, most people drive their car into a garage, then most people won't. So you sit back, the car might be in Georgia, but it's outside all the time, still out in the elements. So while it doesn't have snow sitting on top of it, which it hasn't really snowed that heavily in the tri-state like that over the last several years, um, it rains like there's no tomorrow. So if the gutters isn't clean on your vehicle, or you have like a, what do you call that? You have the sunroof system that's draining and the tube in it is not emptying out properly, still creates rust. Just you just need to do what you do. And the next thing is that vehicles move around so much now. This is not like back in the day where you go, yo, this is a Georgia vehicle. All right. It might have been used from Montana. Because I can put it to you this way. My Lexus, I bought my Lexus in Idaho. So I bought my Lexus in Idaho. I had it. It was in Cali. Came back to Idaho. It was in Vegas for a minute, and it was in the Panhandle of Florida. Then it was in New York. Then it was in Connecticut for a minute. Yeah, see, the other part to the whole up north thing, a car from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Boston. If that car is from up the Northeast and it's been dealing with all of that type of stop and go traffic, salt on the road, all of that, that car with maybe 100,000 miles is a car down here equivalent with 200 and some change. Because next thing you need to understand about here some of the times is, right up the road is right up the road is a 20-minute drive. And that 20-minute drive might be 20 miles, but it's a lot quicker. Like typically when I'm in New York, I'm in Queens, and I'm driving to Manhattan typically to go pick somebody up because it's late. That is technically a 22 or 23-mile drive. Yo, normal New York traffic, hour and a half. Yep. It's an hour and a half drive. And you're gonna be dropping in the potholes like you in Iraq, driving through one of them cities that just got bombed. But yeah. But within all of that, fellas, I'm waiting for some delivery of some stuff. These two major things. After these things show up, I'm definitely copping the seats. But we'll see. We'll see exactly how it goes because it's about to be Valentine's Day. Old lady's gonna stick me up. That's gonna happen. It's the ultimate stick up. The water bill company just stick me up. The judge stick me up. Yeah, man, people tapping my pockets. But like anything else, you got to keep moving forward. Do what you do. Can't stop. But yeah, man. Yo, other than that, regular thing. Yo, y'all take care of yourself. Right now. I don't know what's going on. Shit, the car community is crazy. I don't know what our country's doing. Even if some of you not here, seem like we all out here on some other shit. Is that yo? Regardless of whatever side of whatever you on, come on, man. It's like I've sat in meetings with elders that's there politicking with you in Afghanistan. They acting like they're real chill. They're very polite. They the same people that's gonna be firing rockets at you later. I'm surprised that we haven't gotten past that. It's it's like we live in a knowledge based society. But then again, you know what? I do have a question. Do y'all think y'all would consume content more if it was like just a crazier bill? Like in essence, like when like watch, I used to watch Tavares, aka Freddie Hernandez. I used to watch his channel religiously when he was at like 35, 40,000 subscribers. And I remember when he was going for the push, talking about people should subscribe. Back when he was doing stuff like messing with his SC or like crazy shit. Like you saw him like a little bit before he went and bought that dually truck. Or back when he used to mess with them big body bets. And you're gonna upgrade the kit, he's gonna do the little dip thing, change the wheels, do the little things. Like when you sit back and watch stuff like that, do y'all think y'all be way more committed to something? Because watch this. So if you buy like a wrecked, can't buy like Ferrari, but like we can use him as the perfect example. You buy like a wrecked Lamborghini, you know, the hydraulic lift shit isn't going up, it's not going into gear. Like, let me ask y'all something. Why is it, do y'all find stuff like that more appealing? Oh, yeah. Basically, building your car and throwing two steps on it to make a bunch of noise and destroy your turbo always draws a bunch of people. I don't know, but that's kind of like that's a part of the hoonigan model. It's like, yo, rev the shit out of it, do wild burnouts, break axles, break diffs. But honestly, that's what it is. Because I've seen people show up there, bent rods, yo. But this is the thing. You ever realize the Hoonigan model doesn't apply to anybody's car that works there? I think I saw the owner or the part owner do that with his old Porsche once. But the only person that might rev out their car or do something wild with it is hurt. The rest of them people ain't no revving out their car. Like the guests show up with their car though. Yo, do burnouts, do this, do that. So you can rev it up. No, the Lambo, what is going on? No, the Lambo was really it. Because I'm telling you, I used to watch his channel faithfully. Like, I remember I could tell you exactly when it was, because it's like I said, I'm a numbers person. I like numbers. I was on his channel. His channel was at like 150,000, and he bought the Lambo. Within 2 weeks, he was at 350. By about his third or fourth video on it, he was at 450. 10 videos into it, by about where he was doing the paint video with the paint boot owner's female friend that looked like something out of a Budapest porn film. I can't remember what her name was, but like I said, I was watching that channel religiously. It's just like, oh yeah, it's like by then it was almost at 500,000, and then like the entire dynamic of the channel just changed. It's just like, so there goes the thing though, and then I don't know. It's kind of like when you used to watch Hoovie's Garage. Hoovie's Garage was booming. Um, I was watching it before he got that big body Benz that he fixed for 4,500. And between somebody stealing the ML and him doing a bunch of little other nonsense, channel just blew up. So it's like, yo, the entire dynamic of it just changed. It's just like, so now you sit back and you watch it, like people are not really interested in like a normal car like a MR2. Yeah, yo. I don't know. There's a lot of marketing and there's a lot of there's a lot of backdoor dealings. Like if you don't have like a supercar, you're gonna need one of the gatekeepers to give you a cosign, Mr. Nooks. It's pretty much it's kind of like anything else right now. So you one of the gatekeepers need to give you a stamp, or you're gonna be on the slow burn. And that slow burn in the car YouTube world will kill you because people want content. And that's also another reason why people put out these little fluff things where it's like, yo, we're gonna bolt on this. It's like people make you have to make a crazy video. It's like, yo, I'm gonna bolt on this exhaust. It's like, but you're not even welding it. So yeah, I'm gonna bolt it on. 20-minute video. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put these lights in on the front of my body kit. 15-minute video. When you really step back and look at it, they're crazy. All right, watch this. The guy, I don't really fully understand how YouTube classifies a lot of this, but is the guy who's working on a car an automotive YouTuber, or is the guy who's chasing cars to film somebody else's supercar and give you to walk around and talk about it? Is that yeah, man? See, that Viper would have been crazy too, but I don't know. I don't know if there's a big that Viper's for like old school people, and I'm surprised he would have let it go for 15. But yeah, man, it's just yeah. You sit back and you watch it. People really don't want, and then it's kind of different because then I'm wondering like if you use like let's say you use the boosted boy model, are you gonna go super Honda? Because you can go Honda, throw something together, throw a turbo on it, go out on the streets, rip it. That seemed like shit. That shit looks fun, but I think people like that as content. It's this YouTube thing is a thing, but like I was saying, like, is the car dude who's working on the car our automotive YouTuber, or is the guy who buys the car and drives around with a car an automotive YouTuber? Like, I'm still trying to figure out that part of it, where it's just like you can't even. It's not even a knock to anybody, but it's an honest question. Like, it's like okay, are you both being classified the same way? Is because when you sit back and you go, yo, you need to go buy these suspension parts. Go buy some coilovers. Cheap end, you're looking at $1,100. High end, it could be 2,500. Now you're sitting there putting on things. Now, are you doing work, or is the dude who's like, yo, what type of coilovers you got? Let me walk around. You look at it like, I got questions. Then the other part, I saw people arguing today. This is something I don't understand. All right, watch this. And we talking and talking this nonsense. I'm certain no one really gives a shit about me and my nonsense. Like I watched the Smoking Tires video today of Matt reviewing the Lambo. Now, for simplicity's sake, let me point something out to you. If you earn $1 million in short-term money, means it's not an investment and it's not going over 12 months where you can reduce your tax rate. If someone gives you $1 million now for 12 months of work, you're gonna have to pay taxes on it. I don't remember, but just for simplicity's sake, let's say now $1 million, you're gonna pay 35% tax on it. 350,000 is gone. Depending on your state, you're gonna pay another 5 to almost 9% if you live in New York on the state side. So there's another 50,000. So you make $1 million, 400,000 is gone. You're buying a Lambo. Lambo costs 360,000. Automatically, from that $1 million, now you just spent 760. So and then you sit back and you go, yo, hold up. Are we drawn to the Lambo because of the price? The fact that you won't, within normal reality and thinking, you won't be able to afford it? Or are we trying to see how the other side look? Why is it that we invest as a community so much effort and so much push to support something like that within realistic realm 99.5% of us will never be able to acquire? No, no. One of y'all share your opinion on that, because then comes the next thing. Yeah, see, I That's the way New England is. Like you need to pay road tax on the perceived value of the car every year. Because I remember I had a new car in Connecticut wanted to charge me like $1,500 in road tax slash property tax, whatever it felt falls under. Yo, you're right. Everybody likes to dream, but within that dream, that shit is kind of screwing us. So like, watch this trick. The typical college student graduates from college, depending on your degree. If you have a business or a math-based degree, there's a very high probability that they'll start you off um Acura. There's a very high probability that they'll what you trying to do with Acura. There's a very high probability they'll start you off with your salary, depending on what degree it is, between $45,000 and $55,000. Now it's 2019. My cousin graduated college in the year 2000. Let's say 2000, 2019, 1999, 2000. His starting salary then was, I think, the equivalent. His starting salary was $48,000. This was, I think, this was 2000. So between 2000 and 20, shit, even now, between 2000 and now, they have not the entry point for a college graduate with an accounting degree or a finance degree or any math-based degree hasn't really changed. Watch this. Based on simple inflation in math, your money loses value at about 2 to 3% every year. So a dollar in 2000 is only worth 97 cents 2001 and so on and so forth. So you sit back and you go, in essence, your starting salary out of college now should be at about 70, let's say about 70, between 72 and $75,000 adjusted for inflation. Unless you graduated from an Ivy League school, no one will try to throw that in your direction. So within the dream, we're not really forcing the ecosystem or us as a country to do well. And I'm not saying you should give anybody free money. I'm talking about you can't pay the same amount of money you paid for a bottle of milk from 2000 as you do now because the price went up. So based on that alone, we live in a knowledge-based system. The price should go up. But for some reason here, it's like everybody, I think for the most part, I think somebody said it best. It's like the typical American or normal American doesn't see themselves as somebody as a working class. They see themselves as the inconvenient millionaire. So no one wants to change the rules to benefit them as a whole because they think when they become a millionaire, they don't want to be held to any type of higher standard or anything like that. So it's like we're all slowly shooting ourselves in the foot. But knowing that won't really change anything until we all decide to change something to move forward. And for the gentleman that's in Finland, yo, what is that, 2012? Wanted to move to Germany on the border of Germany, Luxembourg, and Belgium because I wanted to go work in Luxembourg. That didn't pan out, but I could drink. Uh, you didn't answer me, Mr. Nooks. What you trying to do with the RDX? Whoop. All right. In the midst of all of this madness, oh no. Oh, in the community tab on the page, I changed the. Give me some feedback on the channel art change and the what is that? The new thumbnail for the channel. Change that too. I can tell you, we're slowly changing up some stuff. We're gonna be moving forward. There's gonna be car content coming, gentlemen. But I don't know. In the midst of everything, yo, if you can't be good, be careful, man. I'm gonna get off of here.